Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Destiny 2 video, and in this video I want to speak to you guys about seasons. Apologies by the way if my audio sounds a little bit different. I'm currently in Japan on a quick holiday and I'm doing this from my Airbnb, but today there was a live stream, a TwitchCon live stream from some of the guys at Bungie where they spoke about seasons. Now for those of you guys that are in clans, you will have seen this already. You'll notice that currently we are in Season 1 and up until this point we haven't known what seasons are exactly and kind of what will change from season to season. So that is what they aim to clarify today. They basically shared some ideas as to some of the stuff we can expect to see in subsequent seasons. So in this video, I'm going to recap all the most important information. So if you do enjoy this, then like would be super appreciated. Comment down below if you have any questions. Also, apologies, there isn't the usual kind of gameplay running in the background that you would just watch. As mentioned, of course, being remote, it's a little bit harder to piece things together as I normally would do. But you'll see all the important stuff. So, to begin with, top level, seasons are basically a chance for the kind of clan level to reset everything. Because if you're a clan that has hit the max level, you've hit, level 6, you've got the max team numbers and you basically blitz through everything on a weekly basis, hitting your milestones, hitting your caps, and then you get to the point where you are now maxed out, you have all your perks, there's not really much else to do. Meanwhile, if you are a clan that has just freshly started and you want to try and catch up, then if there was no notion of seasons, it would be basically impossible for newer clans to catch up with existing clans. So on the clan front, seasons are effectively a reset. All of your XP will go back to 0. You'll have new perks to unlock on your clan banners. The perks will be focused around different activities, different enemy types, things like that. But of course, on top of that, they also want to give you new stuff to earn, new stuff to kind of work towards. And for some of the weekly or monthly rituals, things like Iron Banner or Faction Rally or Trials of Osiris, in subsequent seasons there will be new gear, there will be new weapons, there will be different perks on weapons. Basically, it is a chance to earn new stuff, for them to make some adjustments. It also means they can do some tuning updates, all that kind of stuff. And in Destiny 2 Year 1, they have 4 seasons planned. Now, they didn't specifically say when Season 2 is going to roll around, nor did they specifically say how long a season is, but obviously, if they're working for 4 seasons in a year, then you can kind of roughly get an idea. Point is, Season 1 will still be going around for a little while, because that will then give PC players a chance to jump in, get caught up, do what they need to do before the second season rolls around. That being said, it will be this year because the second season will actually kick off, and shortly after it begins, the Dawning will hit Destiny 2. Now, for those of you guys that haven't played Destiny 1, the Dawning is a seasonal event. It is basically Christmas in Destiny, with a chance to earn some gear, get a few other things like that, and that is making a return in Destiny 2, but on a slightly bigger, grander scale. A few of the kind of fun things they'll be doing in the tower, there will be ice hockey, so you can kind of mess around with that. They're also going to be putting snowballs in the tower and in the farm. However, that is something you're also going to be able to do in the open world. They're going to propagate those throughout the map, so you can pick up snowballs, throw them at enemies. I imagine there'll probably be some kind of quest tied to that, maybe killing enemies with snowballs. And they said there might also be some strikes that may well take effect as well. So there'll be some Christmassy or Dawning themed stuff around that. But on top of that, there will also be a set of Dawning gear to earn. Now, they haven't shown us the full set. They've basically done the inspection from the gauntlets, so you get a little look at sort of the shoulders, the helmet. It looks pretty cool. It's a very similar design to the stuff we had in Destiny 1, but of course, brought up to speed for Destiny 2. So this is basically the gear that you will earn from certain activities. We don't know exactly what they are just yet, but this is a specific gear set you will only be able to attain during the Dawning event. On top of gear, they said there will also be some emotes and some quote-unquote cool weapons to earn. So quite what they will be, again, will remain to be seen, but there will be weapons for you to gather during that time. However, moving on from the Dawning, speaking about Iron Banner, first things first, there will be another Iron Banner before the end of Season 1. This means for those of you guys on PC, you will have a chance to grind for gear, you will have a chance to grind for the weapons, but in Season 2, Iron Banner will change a little bit. In fact, they've taken on board all the feedback, and in Season 2, the way in which you acquire things will be slightly different. You will actually be able to buy some of the weapons with the tokens and with legendary shards, which is nice given that right now legendary shards are only used with Zur, and given how cheap things are, we don't really get through them. So there will be ways to buy weapons. They specifically only said weapons at the time, so I think gear may well still be something we get from packages. We'll have to wait and see for the time being. However, it is also worth calling out that the Iron Banner that remains in Season 1 will still be the Iron Banner we have played. The changes I spoke about won't take place until Season 2. On top of that, as a way to basically identify seasons and give you something else to work towards, there will be ornaments for the existing Iron Banner gear. However, unlike the way ornaments have worked in the past, where they just drop randomly, you apply them to gear and then it's done, what they want to do now is link them to gameplay. So take the Iron Banner gear, for example, you will have the set that currently exists, the one that almost looks sort of samurai inspired, and then in Season 2 there will be ornament slots for those that will unlock when you meet certain requirements. It might be something like win 10 Iron Banner matches, or go flawless in Trials of the 9 if we're talking about Trials gear, or something related to the event, and by participating in that you will unlock the ornaments, and they will then be there for you permanently on the gear. The cool thing about that is that they will then be tied to the seasons. So if you participate in Season 1 and get the Iron Banner gear, participate in Season 2 and get the ornaments, come Season 3, the Season 2 ornaments will not be available again. So if somebody jumps in, say, further down the line and sees some cool gear, they'll be like, oh, you know, this basically represents that I was here in Season 2. So it's a way for you to basically jump back in on a regular basis anytime there's a season and try and hit those things, complete those things, so you can then tell the story of your Guardian. And that is also something that will apply to some of the other events, which we'll speak about in a moment. On top of that, they plan to fill the missing gaps in some of the weapons from Iron Banner. So for example, there was a kinetic hand cannon, but not an energy equivalent. Those gaps will be filled, plus there'll be some additional weapons on top, and of course into Season 2 there'll be new Iron Banner weapons as well. So again, every season there'll be new stuff to earn, both on a cosmetic basis and also on a power basis with regards to gear and weapons. Of course, moving on from there to Trials of Osiris, very similar thing. There will also be seasonal based ornaments for trials, so things like going flawless might unlock the ornament, going, you know, getting a certain number of kills or headshots, who knows, they haven't specified all what they are, but the point is, participating in activities will unlock those ornaments. And again, there'll be new weapons for Trials of Osiris, new perks to fill in the pre-existing gaps. Faction Rally will also take the same treatment, so again, if you guys manage to get the Faction Rally gear, then that will also change. This is some concept art. This isn't exactly what the Faction Rally gear is going to look like, but it is going in that general direction, so, you know, ideas for what your current gear might end up looking like, which actually makes it a little bit better when you factor in that a lot of the base faction gear is effectively a reskin, but if you can then get an ornament for it to make it look different to anything we've got in game, then that's not quite so bad. So again, Faction Rally will come around, give you guys a chance to earn the gear from the basic packages, and then when the Season 2 comes in and you can actually earn the ornaments, that's something else to work towards. And there will also be more weapons for you to earn, and in the upcoming Faction Rally, there will also be 3 new powerful weapons, just like there were last time. The winning faction will again sell that to you. Furthermore, there will also be more shaders for the factions as well, so if you didn't like the ones that were, you know, currently available, there may well be some new ones for you to get during the next season. Another thing they want to talk about is a thing called Clarion Calls. These will take different forms, but the first one they spoke about was effectively a double XP period of time for Destiny. This is like a Clarion Call. It can basically be a means to get people to play together in a certain activity or certain activities and basically work towards a common goal. But the idea with this one is that it will be a double XP period where you can then, anything you do with a clan member will give you double XP, which is of course a great chance for those of you guys that want to, you know, rack up bright engrams and start working towards some of the other items you can get. And that's important because the stock and the content within bright engrams is also seasonal. Now this might be annoying if there's something you're chasing, but it's worth noting that everything you see, or most of the things you see right now in the bright engrams, are part of Season 1. So the ramen emote or the 6-shooter emote, when Season 1 finishes, those will no longer be available in the bright engrams. So there'll be new stuff they add and new stuff for you to earn. So again, you can then have stuff that will say, hey, I was here in Season 1 because I've got the ramen emote, I've got the 6-shooter emote, and then you might grab something in Season 2 and say, well, you know, this shows that I'm here because I've now got a drop the mic emote. And yes, that is a real emote that is coming in Season 2. So hence the reason for the Clarion Call, to give you double XP so you can rank up faster and again earn more bright engrams. But of course, on top of that, emotes not the only things in bright engrams. You also have ships. There will be new ships. This one here is specifically for the Dawning event, but there are some general ships like these ones that will be available in the new bright engrams. There will also be new ghosts, new sparrows. The sparrows look pretty cool. The one with the kind of crazy shark head around the side and the flames. So these are a few guys can see in the background. And the ghost, they've changed the shape a little bit. It's still got the general form factor, but it seems like someone's gone a little bit crazy with the smooth edges tool, and it's just now a circular looking ghost. Maybe this is the safe one so people don't poke their eyes out. Either way, point is, new ghosts, all the kind of stuff you can expect to earn. There'll be new stuff to gather. The only exception to the rule is that shaders that are available right now will not go away in Season 2. All the shaders will still be available. They will be adding more shaders, so there's more stuff for you to earn, but the shaders won't apply by the kind of Season 1 is over, they're all gone kind of thing. So if you're, again, if you found one you particularly like and you're chasing it, then you can still rest assured that that will still be accessible to you. On top of that, there will of course be a new armor set for each of the classes in the bright engrams, much like they are right now. So if you like the armor set that's currently available, make sure you pick it up, because once Season 1 goes, that will also be a thing of the past. And during Season 2, they're going to be adding a new map, kind of like how recently they added the Shores of Time remake in Iron Banner, and now it remains for you to play anytime. They'll do the same thing whereby during the Dawning event, a new map will get added, and once the Dawning is finished, it will then remain in the rotational playlist. So, last thing we're talking about is the clan stuff. More specifically, I spoke about at the beginning that clans will reset. Anytime that happens, you will then have to earn your XP again. You have to go through your 6 ranks, but the perks on the clan banner will change. Right now, they were very Cabal focused, given the fact that people were playing through the campaign, they were doing the story. that is, of course, what the main Destiny 2 campaign focuses around. However, looking forward into the future, the fact that we have the DLC coming up, and that's more than likely going to be Vex-focused, given the narrative for it, then they're basically be changing the perks on the banner to reflect the content that we will be playing. However, if you have maxed out your clan, you've hit level 6, then when Season 2 comes around, you'll get a new clan standard or a staff, the thing that basically holds up your banner. That one reflects again Season 1, so that's why it's sort of red and silver or red and black, because it's to kind of reflect the Cabal. It's designed to look like a sort of Cabal standard, and then again, if we kind of look forward to the future, you complete Season 2, maybe it's Vex themed, then we're going to be getting a Vex themed staff. So this is basically a way to say, my clan's done this, my clan's kind of completed this, so you can then look back and again, more stuff to earn on a seasonal basis. So that is pretty much it. That was just a look at the stuff from the live streams. There's going to be lots of new stuff to earn, both on a power and a cosmetic basis. New gear, new shaders, new bright engram stuff, different perks for weapons, and of course that should hopefully be coming in the not too distant future. Once you do get a date for it, I will be sure to let you guys know, but in the meantime, that's pretty much it. The only other thing worth calling out is that they will be at Paris Games Week, which is coming up very soon, and they will also be doing some streams in November. Again, no dates just yet, but there are 3 streams coming up in November, and they are more than likely going to be focusing on the upcoming DLC and some of the other stuff around Seasons. So stay tuned for that. As always, anytime there's news, I'll keep you guys up to date. But for the time being, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.